You have probably received a message from the mobile telecom company you subscribe to, informing you that you will henceforth be required to submit your valid identification document when you conduct transactions of 1 million shillings or more. If you haven't, that message could be on its way. A directive by the Bank of Uganda requires Ugandans to submit their valid national identification cards, while foreigners will issue their passports. Refugees are required to submit their identification cards or attestation letters. The directive is aimed at curbing a spate of cybercrime attacks that have compromised mobile money systems.
Digital payments have increased significantly. 64% of Ugandans today are processing payments digitally. That is based on the FinScope survey, whose results were released recently. Now, if we want to build onto that 64% by dealing with the crime detraction. And so identification may look like a big challenge, but it's actually good for the bigger good of the financial sector as a whole.
NTV has learned that this is not a new directive, as it is provided for in the National Payment Systems Act of 2020.
The bank has had discussions with the mobile money operators, and they're fully on board.
The directive also targets just 2% of the Ugandan population, who the Bank of Uganda says transact in millions of shillings.
Almost 98% of the mobile money transactions are not within the threshold that we are rolling out this requirement for, because the central bank understands that there is need to balance between the convenience on the part of the customer, but also the need to maintain the integrity of the financial system. So a tiered approach has been adopted to the implementation of Section 55(1)(b) of the National Payment Systems Act, and that's why a threshold has been rolled out. Otherwise, it's not really uniform for all mobile money transactions, and by doing this, the central bank is actually taking care of the fact that majority of the mobile money transactions are low value in nature. That's why the threshold is at 1 million.
We had spoken to some mobile money agents in Kampala to see if they are implementing the directive, but all of them said they are operating normally and have not started asking their clients for identification documents.
MTN and Airtel agents, those bosses of ours, they have not even sent anyone to come and sensitize us about that.
I think customers don't know about it.
I'm also just hearing it from people outside. They are asking me, how are you going to handle your business now?
NTV also spoke to Airtel Uganda and MTN Uganda, and both companies revealed that they are implementing the central bank's directive. The bank says licensed mobile money operators who do not implement the directive will face legal action.
In terms of consequences, the National Payment Systems Act is very clear. There are consequences for breaches, and that is within the central bank's supervisory powers.
Daniel Kibet, NTV Tonight.